Hello Virgo, welcome. This is Love in the Full Moon, so this is a general reading for all Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in love. So take what works, leave what doesn't. The message is for whoever needs to hear it. Let's get this reading going. I appreciate each and every one of you being here on behalf of our Virgos. So we all know who we are in the story, right? Take what works. Sometimes a message just really hits hard, and other times you're like, I don't know what this woman is talking about. We always know when the message is for us. So let's see what the universe has for our Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in love. Dear universe, so grateful, thankful for the messages, for the greatest and highest good for all our Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So grateful, thankful for the reading for our Virgos in love for this full moon of November. All right, I think we're going to shuffle one more time. Find out what your overall energy is and what messages the universe has. I feel like some of you guys are just really tight and stiff. Like there's a lot of tension in you right now. I can feel it in my back. As soon as I started to cut the deck, this tension came into my body. So breathe, just relax. Ooh, the Page of Pentacles reversed. So your overall energy, Virgo, is that of always trying and never seeming to get ahead. It's like you keep trying to make things work and then they don't work. Money could be an issue. Maybe work is one of those things. You have a project that you've been working on, trying to get it off the ground, and that hasn't been happening. So when it comes to your relationships, I think some of you might have a child, Virgo, or maybe there is maybe it's you, but it's like somebody is acting very like immature and off. But lo and behold, out comes the Wheel of Fortune. So I think, it's like you need to deal with the situation head on, rather than act childish, because I get this act childish type of energy. I think you need to just put a stop to that. Just put a stop to that, and it's like give it back to God is what I hear. It's just like, turn it back, just let it go. It's just, it's just like you don't need this kind of energy. So rather than deal with immaturity, maybe this is you, maybe this is your person, I feel like that needs that kind of, I get like it's a reaction. Like when you guys get involved with each other, the first reaction is that of an immature response rather than somebody who would like, count to 10 before they say something. This to me is more impulsive. So like when it comes to the two of you, I think there's a lot of that kind of energy that you guys exchange between each other. And I also feel that you yourself are really tired of it, because things have been really imbalanced. And you're tired of pretending that everything is better than it really is with your person. Yeah, you're really tired of trying to make things work when, and you just don't want people to know that things at home aren't as happy as you would like them to be. All right, dear universe, what messages do you have? And I think you've tried different, you've tried to make things work with someone. And it's like, I think this sense of immaturity of not being able to get past somebody, because I almost feel like they just don't know how to really express what's truly going on in their emotions. And you yourself, Virgo, yeah, I feel this sense of unhappiness. It's like there was something that you're trying to fix in this relationship, and you keep trying, I feel like you keep trying different ways, and you're just really tired and exhausted because you don't know how to fix it. What's in your present situation here, Virgo? It's like it's one of these things, like I get that heaviness. And it's like you don't want to give it up, but staying is very hard because there's this coldness that comes between you and this person. And I just see you sitting sulking in a corner. Like I just, there's a coldness. And I think a lot of times, because somebody is shut down to their true emotions. In your relationship, somebody, and that's that immature emotion. It's like they don't know how to go deep, so to speak. And you yourself, you look towards the future as like, how are you going to ever change this relationship with this person who is pretty shut down and cold towards you? And you wonder about that. I think you wonder about that quite a bit, of what your future will look like. Because I feel like this person, they don't want to face you. There's a real fear about their inner emotions. And you just want a fresh new beginning with this person. You want to heal this between the two of you. But you may be dealing with somebody who it's really difficult to make them happy because they're so closed off. And it's almost like this, you're almost ready to just give up. I wonder if you're married. I think you're, with this 10 of Cups, this marriage that you've been in, again, it's like the good, the bad, and the ugly with you guys. And I think, Virgo, you need to really start focusing on what is good about the relationship rather than what is not working about it. Because when you're dealing with somebody who is very shut down with their emotions, you might have to approach them differently than you would somebody else. Somehow you need to find the key to help open them up rather than to continue shut down. Because it's like they just don't know how to open up. And their fears of opening up and what their real feelings are, they feel very vulnerable is what I pick up. So what sits over you is trying to turn the home place around. Because I feel like you feel like your relationship, everything's out of control. Everything's out of control. But it's up to you to help turn it around. On your end, Virgo, I feel like what you need to do is you need to get control of the situation if they are unable to do so. So I feel like you've got to step up to the plate. Rather than be reactive, because I get the sense that you're very reactive, and that's not helping your person. If anything, that keeps them, shut down and not knowing how to open up. Because again, it comes down to like this future with this person. I think there's a part of you really wants to see a future with this person, but they need so much attention and they're so demanding, and you just don't know how to, make them happy, because there's an element of depression. Somebody is very depressed. Maybe they suffer from depression. Maybe they are bipolar. That kind of energy is really hard for you to figure out how to navigate. But I feel like you do have the ability to do that if you are not reactive. Does that make any sense? I hope that makes sense, because that was a big ramble. So you have to be very honest, direct, and tell the truth. Because if two people are emotionally upset, you don't get anywhere. But if one person remains grounded, you, Virgo, say, you're the grounded one, then you can help to navigate those emotions of your person into a calmer state. Make sense? Anyway, I don't know who that was for. I feel like that was a direct message for someone. Because your person is, I feel like they're very unstable and very insecure. And in your relationship, I feel like when it comes to the sex, makeup sex, you're very good at that. You know, but when it comes to the rest of life and love between the relationship, you know, that's where your person gets very shut down. And then what happens is the relationship becomes very off balance. You know, so maybe this is one of these relationships where the kind of union that you have, the chemistry is there, but the love is not. And maybe that's what the problem is. But your person definitely feels very unstable. And there could have been another person involved, because we do have this healing of the Three of Swords. But somebody feels very hopeless. It could be you. The things hopeless in this relationship that you're ever going to make it work. You know, because you've tried. And I feel like, you know, I will say, Virgo, I feel like you've given it a true effort in trying to make things work. But there's something you are not seeing about this relationship. And like I say, what you may not be seeing is that in the physical sense, the two of you are dynamic. But when it comes to an emotional sense, I think the two of you are on two different levels. The person, you know, that you are dealing with, or maybe it's you, somebody, you know, is emotionally shut down. So I think what it is, and I think the reason why you do not want to take the blindfold off is because you will really see the truth about your person and see them clearly. And then you'll have to make a decision about whether or not you want to continue putting this energy in, because it will really take you, Virgo, being the one who is grounded to help with your person when the emotions begin to just, you know, get out of control and go wild. All right, what's your future outcome? See, you don't want to walk away from this. See, I do see you wanting to make this work and figure it out. You know, so it's about being grounded, about being very, very honest, about, you know, this person is, they're very direct and they know what they want to do. This is you, this Knight of Pentacles. It's like you've got this pentacle, you've got your horse, you know, it's like that's power. You know, it's like you can turn this around, but it will take somebody being grounded in this dynamic. So again, I see you wanting to work on this relationship. But you cannot, when you guys get into a fight, you know, it can't be one of these things where when the fight is over, somebody brings it back up again. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like somebody has to have the last word. You know, that's a toxic kind of energy. So it's about really looking at how you guys communicate, how you fight, how you make up, how you are just when things are like balanced. It's time to identify all of these different elements within your relationship so that you can truly fix it and start focusing on what really is good about this relationship, because you do not want this to end. So I feel like you need to inject a little bit more playfulness, lightheartedness. Don't be so serious about things. Just enjoy each other. Enjoy each other. Okay? And then you don't have to pretend so much about, you know, like on the outside, that you don't want people to know how like upset and emotionally dysfunctional you guys might actually be, you know. So you want to make some really good solid decisions. But again, it's about being really honest, and you have to know that this person, there's somebody who is really immature when it comes to relationships, and they don't know really, you know, they think it's all about the sex, and it's not. There's so much more to it. And I think you, Virgo, have the ability, you know, to like help them understand that when you're connected, there's a bigger picture here. So let's get another deck for clarity, because I feel like I'm starting to just ramble. So I hope this makes sense to whoever is out there that needs to hear it. I got some cards out that are already flipped. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Empress, the Queen of Wands. See, I don't think this is for you. Honestly, I think these are just my cards. Just tricking me, because this deck, it seems to happen quite a bit where the cards are completely flipped. All right, dear universe, any clarity on this spread for our Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in love? See, you as a couple, I mean, either you guys can come off really solid and grounded, or really like off the charts, you know, nuts. You know, it's like you have extremes. Because you guys know how to come off like really like the power couple. When it's good, right, Virgo? And when it's off, oh my gosh. You want to hide under a rock. So it's about having to make some real good decisions about how to move forward with this person. So, you know, maybe you need some outside help. Maybe you guys need to stay really close to your faith, your community, whatever it is. I think the key element here is that you need to really see things as they are, and somebody in this relationship needs to be the grounded one when things, you know, run amok. You know, because you want to make some good decisions, and you want to know that before you give up on anything, that you have tried all of your options to make things work. All right? So you may have to follow your intuition that's telling you to do things different than what you're used to. You know, maybe it's very counterintuitive how you're going to deal with your person. Try it, because that may be the one thing you have not tried yet, is the opposite of how you usually react, and see how that works, because you've been working on this a long time, and it would be a shame to see this not turn itself around because you just didn't see something clear that you needed to see. But I do see you can do this with confidence. All right? So that's what I've got for you, Virgo. I hope this resonated with whoever needed to hear it. Let's see if there's any other messages for you at this time. So honestly, your core is to be grounded. Page of Wands. Yeah, when things start to not work, I think you just, it's funny. I get, go to your happy place. Find the happiness, not the negative place, okay? Find your happy place when things get hard. Know how to count to 10 before the tower falls. Okay, so that you guys don't feel guilty afterwards, and now you're dealing with broken promises and words and everybody being impatient, and, you know, because, you know, when things happen like that, the two of you, again, it's all about the makeup sex. There's more to a relationship than sex. Right, Virgo? Just saying. All right, with that, I'm done. Make things happen, Virgo. All right? You don't have to do this alone. You can make things, you can turn this around just by being grounded. So until the next reading, I'll be throwing out readings next week. Bonus readings followed up by Love in the New Moon and our general readings for December. So stay tuned. And until then, blessed be. Bye now.